Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa Flight LH874, vacated. Lufthansa left by Papa 6.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 56, 9 up, 18.
Frankfurt traffic, Condor 3 for Zulu, taxiing via November to holding point runway 18.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa, direction Ocean 741, landing of runway 7 for immediate departure.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa Flight X-ray taxi to send Victor 905 via Papa November 11 Lima to send Victor 905 Frankfurt traffic.
Traffic, Lufthansa 56, departing runway 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to the flight and stream on the channel today. So yeah, we are doing some Lufthansa ops today, fly with the Fenix A320 Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Yeah, in this sim we are going to do some Lufthansa ops from Frankfurt to Bergen. Quick 1 hour and a half hour of 1.5 hour of flight time. Catering is computer fueling is going on. We are taking a block fuel of today. 7.3 tons today on board today, and also we are using today's Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee with and a flight over 1 hour 35 minutes type A320 today, cruising at 36,000 feet. We'll be facing some westerly winds today. We are taking a passengers of POB of 139, expecting a takeoff weight of 57.2 tons, and its takeoff weight is estimated 64.3. You can expect runway 07 center via the Maroon 6 Echo departure, and scheduled block time is 2 hours and 3 minutes. We're going off block at 12:10 UTC today, and our alternates are is Oslo. Not sure about the rest of the names, the rest of the 3 names. We can expect runway 17 via the Badup 2 November arrivals. And POB is 139 today, and 2,100 kg of bags of cargo on board. This is the weather today, so pretty straight out from Frankfurt towards Bergen. This is jet streams, encountering a flight level 300, which will not be encountering that, and then later on to Frankfurt, some sea cloudy weather over there. So the winds at Frankfurt is 010 at 6, Blue clouds, 10 degrees, conjecture is 1011. Winds at Bergen is from the easterly and 11 degrees, and quite is going to be temporary. As of now, we're going to be expecting gusty winds over there in some hours, I think so. Winds at Dusseldorf also from the east and quite good, and destination is Orland and Gardemont and Allison is called, and it's called okay. En route alternates is Amsterdam, Hamburg and Berlin, which is also reporting quite good. Without any further ado, let's get into the flight and start up the cockpit preparation, and then let's get this aircraft into service.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
Already the ground crew is ready for the pushback. The maintenance also is ready for the checks. Currently, VATSIM is offline, but we'll be on Unicom today. Just for the first time in Unicom, but once we get airborne, we'll be on say we'll be using AITC. Currently, good amount of traffic is there at Frankfurt. Let's just get ready to check.
departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, ready to check.
Passengers boarding
VQ
started.
555.
Nice.
Cost index is today it's going to be 5. Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, and cruising at 36,000 today. Today 7.3. On the trip fuel, we'll be going to the Addons I. I'm going on the AOC, flight init and init request, and also get a preliminary road sheet. 57.2, 57.2. 33.2, 33.2, and that's done. Contingency is 0.5, alternator is 1.8, final reserves is 1, which is already set. 30 minutes of flying time. We can expect runway 07 center for today. Departures, let's just see what's the active runway. Frankfurt traffic, just want to know what is the active runway for departures.
07 center and runway 18.
Copy that, thanks.
Not for that.
07 center via Lima 17 Danaba.
Maroon 7 Echo departure will be taken today. Maroon 7 Echo, 6 Echo. Maroon 6 Echo departures. And it's done over here. I think this flag cockpit view is okay, this one. The APU on, all the fuel pumps are on. Filling is completed. What we'll do is calculate the preliminary takeoff performance out of here. We'll expect runway 18. Let's get our charts also ready. About 30 passengers more to go.
Condor 2 for Zulu, lining up runway 18 via November.
Okay, let's get to the start charts. Ground charts is right over here. So pretty much over here, runway 07 center is right over here. We'll expect intersection Lima 16 for departure. Lima 16, that's done, okay. Lima 16 for departures, flaps 1 takeoff. Calculate that and we'll just do the checks, final checks of the thing. And APU is also on. We can get the extra power off once the passengers are on board. Get initially 5,000 feet, squawk 2,000. Okay, so today initial flex is 66 today. Laps 43, 43, 43, 43, 43 and 43. Takeoff speeds are set. Laps 1 down 0.5. Laps 1 down 0.5. And takeoff shift is 1000 meters. 2000 feet. 1800. This will be this is too high. Yeah, 1500 and 1500 on this side. Engine node has the same. And that's done. What's the boarding process? Okay, all on board. Just check our charts once again. Maroon is going to be northern departures, northeastern departures. Maroon 6 is already set over here. So, are you ready for departure briefing? Ready? Okay. So, Frankfurt departures runway 07 center will expect Lima 16 intersection out of runway 07 center. Expecting a push facing the east today. Will be facing the east, mostly area 2, and then and we'll taxi via November, then November 7, November 8, then go right on to Lima. We'll expect Lima 16 for intersection, once airborne from here. It's going to be a straight out departure out of runway 07 center. Hello Victor Foxtrot, welcome to the stream. And then what's going on? Then once airborne, we'll be just taking a left on runway 07 center. Okay, once airborne from here, we're just taking a left turn. First airport is Delta Foxtrot 140, which is set over here, I think. Okay, it's going to be 139. Oh yeah, 13907 center. So 139 and then 146 for then 146 is at about at 4600. About 1430 feet, and then going straight away to Maroon MSA around approximately 4300. But we have kept an altitude of 5000 for the same margin for any obstacle clearance. And in terms of emergency briefing, this is going to be a left seat takeoff in case of any failures before V1. I'm going to say stop and get the airplane do a complete stop, and then you do the callouts and advise ladies for the intentions. Any failures after V1, I'll say go get the gear up and come to safe altitude 4000 feet. And in case of any engine failure on takeoff, we'll just continue the takeoff and then put full power, and then also keep the plane at 5000 and maintain runway heading, and do in case. And since engine failure will be coming right, maybe do the checklist and come back to the Frankfurt. And in case of any other failures, we'll be just troubleshooting that on the holding, and then once maintain runway heading, we'll just turn left back to Frankfurt. Do you have any questions? No? The complete departure briefing completed. Okay, so the preparation checklist. Please keep covers are removed, signs are on, passenger signs. Fuel on board is today 7,330 kgs on board, and that is balanced. ADRS is to nav Bararaf Kinech 1011 checked. Copy preparation checklist is completed. Before start checklist, please. Before that, doors are closed. Parking brakes set. Parking brakes are set. Takeoff speeds and thrust. V1 is 130.43. We are 143 to 143 flight 66. Windows and doors, lights are armed. Beacon is on. And before that, before starting by the beacon, I just inform our passengers on board. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain speaking for the flight. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard this Lufthansa service to Bergen on board this Airbus A320. Our flight time today is to Bergen will be approximately 1 hour and 35 minutes. We'll be cruising at 36,000 feet for safety and comfort. Please make sure seatbelts are fastened at all times in the flight. The weather en route to Bergen is expected to be pretty smooth. We may encounter slight turbulence. We may encounter that, but since we are expecting a smoother, since we are expecting our cruise at 36,000, so we may not encounter that. But still, we recommend to keep our seatbelts fastened at all times. In the meanwhile, cabin will start the safety demonstrations on board this aircraft. We recommend you keep your attention towards it. In the meanwhile, sit back and relax and enjoy this flight. Cabin crew, arm ourselves for departure. Alright, ground for flight deck. Ground, we are ground for copy. We are ready for pushback and start off facing the east. Parking brakes are set. Please confirm all the GPU, ground power, and the chocks have been released. Alright, Captain, the chocks have been released. Ground power has been released. Standing by for pushback and start up.
Locking gear.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee pushing back facing the east on November 7 from stand Alpha 24. Alright. Alright, ground, we are ready. You may start the push facing for the south, area 2. Parking brakes are released.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push.
Okay, starting engine sequence 2 and 1. Actually 1 and 2. Since we are quite live, we may do a single engine taxi towards runway 07 center. What the hell is this? Okay, sorry, again I got scared. Okay, engine 2 is stable. Body number 2. Him will do a single engine taxi from here.
Frankfurt traffic, Ocean 4070, taxiing runway 07 center.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, ground, we are ready. We are complete of good engine start. You may discover you will see on the left side with the bypass pen.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Alright. After start, flaps 1, spoilers armed.
Frankfurt traffic, Ocean 4070, lining up, 7 center.
The Fenix is looking really awesome today. Fenix A320 is doing a Fenix is doing a very great job in getting the 320s. Just waiting for the Neos and the 321 Neos and as well, and expecting other good aircrafts as well from Fenix. Alright,
Tow truck disconnected.
PG
Bypass
is
pin removed.
0.5.
Left
The
is
trim
clear.
is
Right is clear.
after such checklist, anti-airs as required. Cam start is set. Normal pitch trim is set to CG is 33.2%, and I said over here. Now the trim is neutral after such a checklist is completed. Before that, a quick check. It's over here. Arun, back to Frankfurt. ILS 07 center.
Ocean 4070, checking out 7 center. Frankfurt traffic.
That's it. Okay, ready for taxi. Pitch trim is set, rudder trim is neutral after such checklist is completed. Alright, go to taxi and let us start. Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa Whiskey Yankee taxiway November 7, November 8, Lima 16 for runway 07 center. Frankfurt traffic. Parking brakes release. Get a bit of thrust.
Frankfurt traffic, Ocean 4070, Airborne 7 Center, passing 2200 in traffic.
Frankfurt traffic, 0970, line up and wait running 180, Frankfurt traffic.
One. Clear left, clear right. On to this one, the next left. Okay, style number 2. Okay, go ahead and start. APUs off.
Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa 066, crossing 07 center.
Air controls. Full left, full right, up, down, order full left, full right. Air controls set. Order brakes on RTU, and this is set. Okay, then supposed to be Lima 16. November 11. Taxi checklist, please. Air control check, flaps 1 plus F, radar anti system on and auto. Engine oscillator is normal, ECAM mode take off, no. Only one is blue. Now 16. Your cabin is ready. Cabin crew is for departure. Ready for departure? I don't have any questions on that. Yep. Frankfurt traffic, Lufthansa Whiskey Yankee landing up runway 07 center via Lima 16. Takeoff runway 07 center, Lima 16 confirm TKS Tara, packs 1 and 2 off. And the checklist completed.
Frankfurt traffic via Mike 34 Lufthansa 066 landing up and waiting Frankfurt traffic.
Favorite over spelling. Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, take off.
Frankfurt, Delta Echo Golf Alpha Sierra downwind 070.
I'm flag 66 SRS runway, HOTAS blue. That's it. $100 knots. One. Positive rate of climb goes up. Weather is quite bad over here and graphics are amazing. Just climb at the trust.
Frankfurt traffic Lufthansa 066 departing 07 center.
Laps of speed check. By one in command. Tax 1 and 2 is on. And the schedule set standard. And the cross check passing at level 5 right now. Flight level 200. Passing flight level 85. Awesome.
Delta Echo Golf Alpha Sierra,
Southeastern, runway 0.
Passing 10,000. Triple suns will be on. We are encountering some clouds. Cloudy departures. That's a brilliant view. We can proceed direct to Abilu. Just follow the stars of now. Plan to fly level 360. Triple SIM will go off now. That was a very nice departure out of Frankfurt. The clouds are from Azobo, default clouds, but yeah, weather radar is working in this. I have water showing over here, it's also reflecting over here in this. Water clouds are displayed in the sim. Like in the Phoenix, you have. I'm just waiting for the Neos to come in. I just love flying the Airbus more than the Boeing, especially the A320s. I just like the ground roll of the 320s when on takeoff and landing, as well as taxi. Sounds also improved a lot. Only thing thing is they need to improve in this thing. When you are rolling the gear on that big sound should come. It's not coming in this properly. As it is which comes in the real ones, the actual jets. This gears launch is not simulated well, but yeah, it is doing a good job. First, it requires improvement. And ignore this thing. This is for Indigo. Passing flight level 220 is quite a sunny, or I think it's around what, 2 o'clock in German time, I'm not sure. But yeah, we may let's see the winds conditions in our arrivals. So as per the flight radar, okay, so we are departing currently from here. Once we are in cruise, we may expect some southerly tailwinds towards Bergen, which is going to be a strong tailwind once we are into Bergen. So we may expect a good amount. We may at least just land before time arrivals. And I think it's a good time to be back on the AI ATC, but I think we may get some ADCs. Currently Polaris control is also online, and Bremen is also online, so maybe expect some good ADC coverage.
Radio, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Afternoon at flight level 360. Airport Radio, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Good afternoon. We're at flight level 360.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, Fokker Airport Radio. Descend flight level 360.
Descending flight level 360, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee.
Radar, good day. Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee maintaining flight level 360.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, Bremen radar identified. 20 miles north of Langeoog Airport at flight level 360. QNH 1014, clear direct Doror.
Good direct Doror, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee.
Clear direct Doror, QNH 1014, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee.
You have the communications.
Thanks. I'll handle the communications now.
Does this even open? What about this? Oh, okay. Virtual cabin. Not at all, sorry. Alright guys, we are preparing for the arrivals into Bergen now. Bergen is currently off, flying tower is online at the moment being. But we are connected to VATSIM and same tensions both, so in this way some news feature has come in same tensions is that if you are using VATSIM and same tensions at both the time, so the same tensions application has a feature where when you are connected to VATSIM, it will automatically disable the AI ATC controllers and get the VATSIM controllers online. So I'm currently using both. So currently Bergen is online at the moment. We just check the arrivals. We're expecting an ILS Whiskey approach into runway 17. Whiskey approach, and that's going to be the ILS Whiskey is set. Baden to November arrivals. Transition is going to be Gilva or Gilva, whatever you call it. Select the heading and track. Okay, slide. And it's set. And expecting approach, expecting arrivals 13:16. 8 minutes from now into Bergen Felsland. So I'll just show you the approach in the meanwhile on Navigraph Charts. So we are expecting the Baden to November arrivals into the ILS November Whiskey 16. Will be at just a second, I'll just show you on the EFB, which I can also check it over here as well. So over here, Whiskey upward map. Okay, so it's going to be Baden to November arrivals. Currently we're descending via this we'll be descending via the HOTAS transition. Is at above flight level 90, which is already set over here. Goes on to then towards. It's holding a loose sap, which you may not be following. It's an inbound of 169, and then Bravo Romeo 624, which is at between 8,000 and 6,000. Is already set over, the constraints are already set. We're going on to Lude, which is between again 8,000 to 6,000. Is again already set as well over here. And I'm going to 620, Bravo Romeo 620, and then on the Jilva, it is at 4,000. It's above 4,000, so it's quite cool. So in terms of the approach, after passing Gilva, initial approach fix, will be turning right to then turning on to the ILS Whiskey 17. Got to be about at 3,000 feet, 2,400 feet to descend with the glide path over here. Minimums, let's just put in the minimums. ADC is okay. For the minimums, okay, minimums we put right now here for straight in landing. So ILS 370. Asset QNH 1018. Temperatures is 11 degrees. So winds are at 150 at 17. 150 at 17. Let's take our landing with 61.4. We can do a flap 3 landing. Flap 3 config, we approach speed 143. It's already set. And in terms of the arrivals, 3.7. So in that, we'll take an alternate of. Okay, no, there's no. We'll take Stavanger. We'll see if Stavanger is in a flight plan for today. Yeah, it's there. We'll take a Stavanger as the alternate. That's it. And it's already set. It's already done. And that is completed. Okay, so in terms of the we are almost about in the next 3 minutes to start a descent into. Let us see was the calculated 116. 3 minutes to start a descent into Bergen. We'll use auto brake slow for this. And just check onto the approach parking stance. So landing at runway 17, we'll vacate via using auto brake low. We'll vacate via Alpha 5. We expect a vacation via Alpha 5 taxi via Charlie, or else Alpha 6 turn to the apron. Because if runway 17 is in use, the inbound, the incoming traffic, the departures from here, 16 Alpha 6 will be a good one. So idle reverse to Alpha 6. In terms of the parking coordinates, parking stand, we can expect anyone, either one of these, terminal 2 or terminal 3, whichever Lufthansa parks. So in that way we are done with our checks. And are you ready for the arrival briefing? Ready? Okay. So we expect to descend via the. Our descent is to descend into Bergen is via the Badam, Badab to November arrivals. We descend via the start to HOTAS, which is so we have already checked into the flight plan. Then going towards our initial approach, which is Bravo Romeo 624, which is at between. And later which is between 8,000 and 6,000 feet, then we'll descend via the star, and if not we'll take an we'll shoot straight into Gilva to just avoid the short 2 hour, just the long cut, the long finals. And in terms of the approach, the clearance is the clearance waypoint, clearance limit is Gilva for about 4,000. It's already set over here 4,000, and then once established, we have to descend via the glide path. Missed approach altitude is to 3,000 feet. In case of climb on, in case of missed approach, we have to climb on runway track 170 and passing 2,000 to intercept the radial 170 Foxtrot Lima, straight one, outbound radial if I'm not wrong. Then to Unzil, which is over. Where is Unzil? Unzil is just over here. Once after crossing this, Unzil hold, and then continue climbing 3,000. So 3,000 will be our approach clearance altitude. Approach. So it's the second attempt. Okay, that completes. And let's check into your radar nav as well. Course 168. Okay, 169. Okay, glass slope of 3 degrees. And that's it. Okay, everything is done. We're ready for the arrivals. Do you have any questions? No? The companies are briefing completed. Ready for descent.
I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Ready for descent. 45 ATC.
Can you repeat that?
Request descent.
We're already cleared to climb flight level 360.
Ready for descent.
I'll request the descent from ATC.
Finally, AI is okay.
Unknown. Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Request descent. Control, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Good afternoon, maintaining flight level 360.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, Polaris Control identified. Hello.
Ready for descent.
I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
Polaris Control, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Requesting to descend to requested altitude.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, say requested altitude.
Ready for descent. West ATC.
Can you repeat that?
I have the communication.
You've got the communications now.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, ready for descent. Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, request descent.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, descend via Badab 2 November to 4000 into Flesland, QNH 1017.
Descend via the Badam 2 November arrivals 4000 feet, QNH 1017, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, descend 4000.
Descend 4000, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. Let's get some alright, descent started. Alright, we listen. Alright, descending now.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, contact Flesland approach on 121.005.
Alright. Okay, passenger number 1210. 121005, Lufthansa Whiskey Yankee. Okay. Passing 10,000. Passenger approach Lufthansa Whiskey Yankee, passing flight level 904 4000. Request shortcut from Lutef. Tower is online? Yes, tower is online.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, cleared Gilva transition. Descend altitude 3,000 feet. QNH 1017, cleared for the ILS Whiskey runway 17 approach into Flesland.
Descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1017, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. ILS on. Get the pin down. Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee request direct to Lutef, correction, Gilva.
Yankee, direct Gilva approved.
Red Gilva approved. Okay. Transition altitude set cross set. QNH 1017. 1017. Slam 1 bananas 105. Beautiful approach. It's looking awesome, the graphics of MSFS2024 today. Okay. Please maintain the current speed. If we got the visuals, we do a. If we got the visuals, we'll do a manual. We'll do a full. Like on the final, so we'll just discuss the autopilot. Okay, 30 miles, laps 1. Okay. Okay, flaps 1, speed of flaps 1. How long is this controller online? Not that long. Approach checklist. Okay. Alright, prepared for the approach. Let's have some fun now.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, contact Flesland Tower on 119.105.
19105 Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, bye bye. And disconnect engines, go on to tower. Fly slope. Flaps 2. Bergen Tower, good day Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, established on ILS 17.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, tower low, wind 150 degrees, 17 runway 17, clear to land.
Runway 17 clear to land, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee. And the pilots. Approach checklist, paragraph QNH 1017, seatbelt signs on. Barrow minimums is set to 370, auto brakes slow, engine mode set is normal, approach checklist completed. ACAM memo, okay. Let's drop the gear down and flaps 3. Flaps 3. Flaps full. But the manual control and FD is off. 17. And in checklist, decam landing no blue. It was a flap 3 landing and
sync rate.
Hundred above. Minimum 200.
Okay. Draft. Pivot motors. Slightly above
50. 40. 30. A320, retard.
Okay.
5.
Okay, the bit. Transfer this reverse screen, this will. $70 knots, 70s, picking. Okay. Not an Alpha 7. Okay, just a bit ahead, not an issue. Lufthansa Whiskey, I can pick it runway 17 via Alpha 7.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, welcome, taxi Golf Whiskey stand 26.
Say again?
Golf and Whiskey stand 26.
Golf Whiskey to stand 26, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey Yankee, bye bye. Double 6 1. Anyone? Golf Whiskey stand 6. Okay, Golf Whiskey. Okay, just Golf and then left arm Whiskey. Okay, just over here. But get some more power. Landing rate was minus 289 feet per minute. Good one. And 26 is inside, lights off. After landing, checklist is completed. Parking brakes set, APU on, and just some time, and then shut down engines. Okay. Go to disarm slides and cross check. Thank you. Our time 1 hour 47 minutes. Okay, below 20%, the sign's off. There you go, it comes in. Okay, ground engine, the aircraft is in good condition, you can start your services. Please suggest me when the chocks are set. Alright, Captain, the chocks have been set. Parking brakes release. Parking checklist. Parking brakes and chocks. Parking brakes, release chocks are set, engines off. When the light off, fuel pumps off. Yellow trim pump is also off. Parking check is completed. What's the temperature? Okay. Need some. We don't need any APU. You can switch off the APU for the time being. We'll do a quick turnaround, so we'll just keep it on. Alright guys, thank you for joining this stream and flight from Frankfurt to Bergen, Festland. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, what is this? What is this? I hope no one falls from there. Otherwise it will be a big mess over here in the wherever the vehicles are moving. This, especially this area. If any passenger falls, it will be a big problem then. Ambulance needs to be called up. Will it showing values over something? Let me just check out. Just do a quick check of all the quantities, all the bleed air. Okay, cabin pressure is okay. Exterior power is on, gens are on, generators are off. Okay, it's all done. This okay. AP is on, increasing. It's quite cold over here, so just warm up the carpet and the cabin a bit. Just wait. The temperature is colder. Cabin doors are all okay. It's all done. Voice reset. And what is this? Adds you. Use the ADC com. That's the connection. Disconnect. That's done. Notification. Okay. Connections. Get a link. HF3 voice and what frequency 1 clock is 2000.
And the Nordic 617, request push to start stand 18.
Nordic 617, push and start to create QNH 101.
Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'll switch off the APU now. And that's I think okay, that's the no, this will be a quick turnaround, so the next will take it. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye bye.